This is a video for Writer's Choice 8.6, Simple and Compound Sentences. Simple sentences have one subject and one predicate. It's only about one thing, and whomever or whatever that sentence is about only does one thing. So examples here, Cairo is the largest town in Tuscola County. The subject here would be Cairo, and what's the predicate? Is. Cairo is. That's it. The baseball team won their game last Saturday. Who or what is the sentence about? The baseball team. And what do? They won. Now, compound sentences are at least two of those types of simple sentences joined together in two ways. It can be joined together by a comma followed by a conjunction. Those are the fanboy words. For this assignment, it's only going to be and, but, or. Or they can also be joined by a semicolon. So let's look at some of those examples. So here's some examples of compound sentences. Charlie is a gardener, comma, but, there's our conjunction, and, but, or. He also builds houses. So again, we're only going to see and, but, or follow that comma. If that fanboy's word, and, but, or did not follow the comma, that would not be a compound sentence. It has to be a comma plus that word. Or it can just be the semicolon symbol here. Charlie is a gardener, semicolon. He also builds houses. Run-on sentences are when you have two or more sentences incorrectly written as one. So they're jammed together without the punctuation in the middle, without the conjunctions in the middle, without the semicolon in the middle. So you can fix them one of three ways. So here's the example that's messed up. Charlie plants gardens, he builds houses. One way to fix that, turn it into two sentences. Charlie plants gardens, period. Capital H, he builds houses. Easy fix. Second way to fix is to add that comma and your conjunction or your fanboy word between the two sentences. Charlie plants gardens, comma, and he builds houses. Or simply add the semicolon between the sentences. Charlie plants gardens, semicolon, he builds houses. Okay, for the 8.6 assignment for Writer's Choice, you're going to be working again with simple and compound sentences, just like we did in the examples that I showed you in this video. And for exercise 11, you're simply determining whether it's simple or compound. Now, I gave you a little hint here. Between questions 1 through 10, 5 of those answers will be simple, and 5 of those answers will be compound. So we are going to do number 1 and number 3 together. Number 1, Elizabeth Barrett Browning and Robert Browning were poets. You need to determine if that is simple or if that is compound. Well, the easiest thing to do is scan through the sentence. Do we have a fanboy word in the middle or punctuation in the middle? Elizabeth Barrett Browning and Robert Browning were poets. We have a fanboy word right here, and. Now, for that to be compound, there needs to be punctuation in front of it. Is there a comma in front of and? No. So that is just a simple sentence. If there were a comma sitting right here, followed by and, then that would make a compound, but there's no punctuation in the middle. So let's look at number 3. Browning liked Elizabeth Barrett's poetry, and he wrote to her. So we scan for punctuation. We have a comma right there, followed by the fanboy word, and. That's for exercise 11. Exercise 12, it's the same sort of thing, but then we throw in the run-ons as an example. So you need to tell me for questions 11 through 30, are they simple sentences, are they compound sentences, or are they run-on sentences? And again, I gave you kind of a hint here. 11 are going to be simple sentences, so the majority. 4 of them will be compound sentences, and 5 will be run-ons, where they have to be fixed. So for exercise 12, here for this video, we're going to do number 11, number 16, and number 17 together. So 11. Percy Bysshe Shelley lived and wrote in the 19th century. So we're going to scan through here. Do we have punctuation in the middle? No. So we know it's not compound. Should this be two separate sentences? Percy Bysshe Shelley lived and wrote in the 19th century? No, it's fine. It's not multiple sentences jammed together as one. That's a simple sentence. 16. Shelley made friends with other poets. John Keats was Shelley's friend. We scan through here. Do we have punctuation? Yes, we have a semicolon. Now, the semicolon is always a dead giveaway that is a compound sentence. If you see a semicolon, always that is a compound sentence. 17. William Godwin was another friend. Shelley liked his daughter. We have punctuation in the middle. Yes, it's a comma. Is that comma followed by a fanboy word? For, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so? No. The word after the comma is Shelley. So we're missing that conjunction, that fanboy word after the comma. That should be two separate sentences. William Godwin was their friend, period. Shelley liked his daughter, period. But we don't have those. We have a comma here. Those are jammed together. That is a run-on sentence. So pay attention to the numbers that I give you here when you're going through. 11 for simple, 4 for compound, 5 for run-ons. That's all you need to do for 8.6.